Good afternoon, folks. Jim here from Glenn James Antique and Collectible Arms. I've got a fine Browning BLR rifle here, 300 Win Mag. This gun, after only 3 shots, developed cracked wrist, top and bottom, from poor factory bedding. If you have one of these rifles, or you intend to buy one of these rifles, you need to check how the wrist beds with the action. Only 2 very small contact points for the whole action into the wood was all that was on this rifle from the factory. Browning makes a beautiful gun, don't get me wrong. They have not got a team of FN craftsmen hand fitting these things anymore. Beautiful rifle from Browning. Follow along as we fix this one, and maybe you can check your own and prevent it from happening to you. Stay tuned.
So here you can see the stock is off and it's padded up and in the vise. And you can see I've drilled a pair of holes, and these go down in the direction of the crack, deep into the crack, and there's a reason for this, and I'll tell you more about it. As you can see, I try and get the hole to bisect the crack line, and this is pretty poorly focused, but the crack was both top and bottom of the stock bolt and very severe. So the reason for the 2 holes is so that I can use wooden pegs like a piston to push epoxy deep into the crack and ensure a solid glue up every time. Once it's fully penetrated with epoxy, then I'll wrap it in plastic and then strap it with a surgical tubing to keep it tight and still until it's ready. Now you can see here, this is when I noticed the problem with the stock and the fit up. You can see how deep the crack went in the stock bolt hole there. You can see epoxy coming out there, but the action just did not contact at all on the back part here of the wood. It was literally probably a 30-second of open space gap, nothing at all. And the only contact points showed were just one tiny 1/4 of an inch area at the very top edge of these stock ears. So what I did was smoke the action in, hand filed the top, made sure these 2 ends of the ears fit cleanly and had full bearing all along, and then made 2 epoxy beds. Then it's a matter of wrapping up the finish work, polishing it, and making sure it looks just as good as it can. You can see the small black line there in this picture, but it was completely filled and perfectly smooth.
There you go. The rifle's fixed and it's on to a happy new owner. This is my first attempt at putting together videos for YouTube, but I'm going to continue. So stay tuned for our next little project, working on a favorite antique firearm of mine, the model 1877 Colt Thunderer, as this one is chambered in caliber 41 long Colt. This one has a little bit of a problem with the cylinder lock, and we're going to overhaul that and possibly fit a new one if we can't fix the old one and get this baby back in action. Take care all, and we'll see you again soon.